Okay. At UB, we live for adventure. And there's no bigger challenge than the roof of Africa for man and machine. In this episode, we're going to gear up to give you guys an amazing enduro show around the mother of hard enduros, the roof of Africa. In this episode, we've got Sven from KTM SA. He's going to share a little bit about Roof of Africa 2025 and what their involvement is. Welcome, Sven.
Thank you, Lawrence.
Sven, tell us a little bit more. What is KTM SA's involvement with the roof this year, 2025, and how excited are you guys for the
Lawrence, of course, being an enduro mad and half of our range enduro bikes, we're so excited for this year's roof. Primary goal, obviously, is race support. So we go there looking after our team. From the first team we look after is our brother leader tread KTM team. On our KTM 300 XCW, we have rider James Moore. Very excited about this year. He had a strong showing last year. Then our junior rider, we've got Matt Stevens on the XCW 250. So both are gold riders, but we bring a 300 and a 250 to show people how capable both motorcycles are. Then on Husqvarna side, the Husqvarna racing team, we have local rider and enduro champion from last year, Travis Teasdale, riding the TE 300, and junior rider Luke Walker riding the TE 250. The same approach with KTM there, just showing how good the 250 and the 300 can go in the mountains. And then we also support current champion and multiple champion Wade Young, riding for Red Bull Leader Tread Gas. So from those riders, we have all three of our brands covered. And obviously it's very, very exciting. Then obviously in other news, what got everyone excited about this year's roof is it's now become a round of the World Hard Enduro Series and the finale, which is very exciting. From our side, we don't have confirmation yet, but we have seen from videos that Manny from the Red Bull KTM factory racing team has announced he would be coming to the final round. Plus the Husqvarna rider Billy Bolt is announced he'll be coming. So if those two factory teams come, obviously our role as the local subsidiary will be to support them and whatever they need to tackle the Roof of Africa. So yeah, we're really looking forward to that, Lawrence.
That's a mouthful. I mean, that alone, that the roof this year is part of the FIM World Enduro Championship. I mean, that means the level of riders coming to SA is going to be next level. And as you say, your team has been doing phenomenal this year. They're really dominating in all the events. And, to show their skill level and capability against the world's best is really going to be a show for everyone.
A true test, though. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah. Tell me, what would you say would the impact be for SA and the brand if one, a local guy wins, and if one of the three brands win?
Yeah, Lawrence, the Roof of Africa now is almost 60 years, I think 58 or something. They call it the mother of hard enduro for a reason. It is the hardest test. I think every boy who rides an enduro bike, every girl who rides an enduro bike dreams of winning the roof one day. And it's the same for us manufacturers. In the hardest test in Africa, probably almost the world, for an enduro bike, we get our bikes to get raced by international riders, local riders, the world's best riders, like you said. Hard enduro has really taken off. The roof was the original hard enduro, but I think from where it's come, it's now extreme hard enduro. It's a really, really hard race. So no better place to test our machines. Like our bikes get tested at the top, highest level. And for us, it's great. If our bike can win there, it just shows, is that not the best bike out there? It must be. So I'm excited for this year. Our riders get to race against the world's best. I think hard enduro has taken off in the last year. So the level of professional riders in that sport is just growing. And I think this year, all the factory teams, the Sherco, the Beta, all the guys are going to be out there. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Yeah. I'm really excited for it.
Yes, so exactly like what you say. If you go look at the past history of entries, and it's clear that KTM is the majority bike that's been entered in the roof in the past few years. And summing it up what you said now, that's what they do. Maybe you can share. Why would you say that's the majority entry KTM?
Well, we don't call our bike race ready for no reason. It's it's ready to race. That's our philosophy on our bike, and it's especially for our enduro and our motocross bikes. It's what we do. We race, and out the box, the bike's ready to go. It's yes, you can put your protection on and everything, but you can take a bike out the box, and it's going to be race ready. You can go finish the Roof of Africa on a stock KTM 300. Other bikes too, across the range. It's just it's proven, many years now, Manny's won the World Hard Enduro Series locally from the good old days of South African legend Alfie Cox.
Yeah.
He's got the record currently. Wade Young's going after it this year. But, our bikes are just proven, years and years of R&D in the toughest mountains. They get to be tested every year at the roof. They prove themselves year and year again. It's why we see, I think last year we were 90% market share in enduro. Our bike is just made for that. KTM thankfully kept the two-stroke dream alive when other manufacturers struggled a bit with two strokes. We kept the dream alive, and in hard enduro, two strokes are king. So I think all those reasons together, good R&D, race-proven results, you can't deny those numbers, and it shows in our numbers of entries.
That's very true. On that note, I don't know if Wade already beat Alfie's record.
No, he's tied it.
Has he tied it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay. No, that's fine. On that topic, there's a lot of guys. What's the better bike for the roof? 250, 300. We've got juniors on 150s, 125 because of age. What would you say is the better bike?
Well, Lawrence, there's no denying the king of hard enduro is a 300cc two-stroke. That's why all the top brands have 300cc two-strokes.
Yeah.
It's the king. It's what wins every year. However, like I mentioned briefly earlier, the 250 two-stroke is still a more than capable bike. A lot of smaller and junior guys, ladies, really like the 250. Some people find the 300 power just a little bit too much for them. So it's not always the most powerful bike's going to make you the fastest. You need to have what works for you, what works for your riding style, what works for your heart, everything like that. The 300's king, the 250 is amazing, and lately, four strokes are getting really, really good. The R&D now can keep the bikes a lot cooler than they used to be. They're not these heavy, big old four strokes like they used to be. There's electric starts now. You're not struggling to kickstart an old school thumper. So I must say the four strokes are really coming along with the 250, and especially the 350. It's a capacity that only we bring in, but it's really a sweet spot between too much power and too little power. So a lot of guys are moving on to the 350 four-stroke. Then you've always got the crazy guys on the 450s and even the 500s, but they're out there. Yeah. And then like you said, from our side, unfortunately, we only focus on gold and the top riders, but then there are the bronze, there are the silver, there are the irons, there are the juniors. So there's always a 150, there's always a 125. But obviously, I've got to say that you can't beat a 300cc two-stroke. It's just a bike at the end of the day.
Well, it's proven itself. Internationally, locally, the 300 is always on the top step.
Yeah.
And on that, a lot of guys say, my bike's got 30 hours or 60 hours or 70 hours. Do I do a top end, bottom end, fix it completely, go to the roof? You spend so much time, effort, money. Or do you buy yourself a new bike for the roof and you eliminate all the problems? What would you say is the better option?
Lawrence, like you said, if you maintain your bike and you've done all your service with the original parts and you looked after your bike, you can always ride that bike. Bikes go for 100, 200, 300 hours. It depends how you look after it and how hard you ride. But like you said, the Roof of Africa is the mother of hard enduros. It's the biggest race of the year. It's the finale of the year. It's the final race of the year. It's already after model year 26 has come out. So the amount of effort and time you've put into the training, the money spent on getting to Lesotho, your accommodation, all that you've invested in. The last thing you want on your back of your mind is my piston going to go? Is my bike something going to break? You've invested that time, the money, and the effort. I think just recommend it. I would always say, a new bike for the roof, it's such a big event. I would personally always get my new bike, race it at the roof, and then you got your bike for the rest of the season. Just, you've already invested so much. The last thing you want to go and then a top end goes or something like that. I would always say a new bike is best. I think it's almost one of the reasons why we kind of brought a lot of our model year out a little bit earlier, so the guys can finish the season on their new bike. It's a good training ground for the rest of the years if you're racing national champs or anything to see how your new bike went.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Sven. Even just as a motivational aspect, when you get a new bike, you're serious. You've committed. So that will flow over into your training, your lifestyle, eating healthy, because you've spent this money, you've made this investment, and I think that will just give you that mindset of, I'm ready.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Yeah. Well, Sven, thank you so much for giving us all that valuable input. There's a lot for us to now work through and get excited about. Anything from your side to sum it up? What does the roof mean for KTM SA, and what excites you about this year, 2025?
Yeah, Lawrence, like I said, the biggest and most exciting thing is we don't have to hold back. We all know last year was a little bit of a mess with the roof. There were some organizational issues, and it put a bit of a damper on the roof. And for us having so much love for enduro racing, we were really worried that this year's roof was going to be a bad attended event, which would not be good for us because so many of us are KTM Gas Husky loving customers go to the Roof of Africa. So this year becoming a round of the World Hard Enduro Series has really brought the excitement back. The organisers of also, they've stepped up and they've said, hey guys, we made a few mistakes last year. We acknowledge all of them. We're going to make it better. So I think, the form is looking really good for this year to be an amazing race. We honestly can't wait to get there, sort the team out, and we can't wait to see all of our customers on our brands, all the guys out there, the families. I mean, the hype is just the Roof of Africa for a reason. It gets so exciting. We just can't wait to see all the customers out there, mix with them in the mountains, support all the best riders, and just have a really good time at what happens at the Roof. And we're really excited, and we're really crossing our fingers that this Roof is going to be an absolutely one to remember.
Yes, I'm so excited now. Thank you so much for your time.
Lawrence, thank you very much.
Really appreciate it. Something small to say thank you from the UB team.
Thank
you. And we look forward to see you guys there.
Awesome.
Coming up on the next episode of the UB podcast, we'll be sitting down with the official Roof of Africa organizer and promoter, Ross Whitehead. Stay tuned.